Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these beautiful granny square pattern, and this is going to be a bra cup. So I've just done one side of the bra cup, and I'll be showing you how to do the other side, merging it together and forming it into a bikini top. So stay with me to the end of the video and see how I achieved this beautiful pattern. So you have to start with a magic ring. If you're unable to do a magic ring at this point, you need to check my previous videos. After a magic ring, chain 4. Now into your magic circle, you want to go in with 9 double crochet, chain 1, 2, chain 1, and do that 9 times. Make sure you count your stitches to ensure that you don't have beyond the required stitches. So far we have, now this your chain 4 counts as chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I'm doubling my strands because it's a lightweight yarn. So at this point you want to pull and tighten the ends of your yarn of your magic ring so it becomes a bit tighter. You don't have to close it so tightly, just a little bit of pull on this end and it's closed. So now you want to slip stitch. Remember you chain 1 here. Now you want to slip stitch on your chain 3. Right on top of here should be your chain 3. So you want to slip stitch there, chain 1, and change your yarn. So cut off your yarn, pull this, tighten it up. Now round 2. To begin your round 2, you want to slip stitch on your hook, then grab your project. This tail, you start from the chain space before this. That means you start from this chain space. So insert your slip stitch in there and fasten it, tighten it up. At this point, your excess yarns, you can walk them through as you're working. So at this point, you want to chain 3, go in with 3 double crochet in the chain space. 3 double crochet in this chain space. 2 double crochet rather, because this your chain 4 counts as a stitch. So you want to have 3 double crochet here, chain 1, and in the next space, this space, you go in with another 3 double crochet. So this yarn, I know, is a dark color, so it is not exactly suitable for beginners, but hopefully with the instructions you would be able to follow. So at every chain space, you go in with 3 double crochet and chain 1. You continue that up till the end. So in every chain space, go in, chain 3, go in with 3 double crochet rather, not chain 3, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, then chain 1. go into the next space, chain space with 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then chain 1. So that is going to be the pattern, and I'll meet you at this end. Almost at the end of my going round with 3 double crochet in each chain space, and I have 9 double crochet. That means I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 threes. Now at this point you want to chain 1, slip stitch on your first chain 3, on your first chain 3, slip stitch right there. Now you want to cut your yarn. You want to cut your yarn. Cut your yarn, chain 1, and pull it out. At this point, this is what you should have. So to begin round 3, you want to slip stitch on your hook, then grab your project, this excess yarn where you stopped at, you're going to go into the chain space before this excess yarn. So go in, tighten up your slip stitch, and chain 3. This your chain 3 counts as a stitch. So now put in 2 double crochet in the same space, 2 double crochet in the same space. Now on this your round 3 double crochet, chain 1. Now on this your round 3 is where you begin to form your circle, to turn your circle into a square, into a triangle rather. So after your 3 here, you go into your next 3 chain space. So skip these 3 stitches, go into your next chain space. Remember to work with your excess yarn, carry along your excess yarn. So go in there with 3 double crochet. Remember we are turning it into a triangle. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in the same chain space. Now this is going to form your corner. It's turning it from circle to triangle. Then put 3 double crochet in the same chain space. So this first one is 1, and then here 2. So in your next one, in your next chain space, this 3 space, you go in with 3 double crochet, chain 1, 1 2 3, 3 double crochet, chain 1, here another 3 double crochet, another 3 double crochet, and chain 1. Now in your next space, you're going to form a corner, so you go in with 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and another 3 double crochet, all in the same chain space because you're forming a corner. 3 double crochet, all in the same chain space. Don't forget to chain 1 at the end of your 3 double crochet. Now in your next space, go in with 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, your next chain space, chain 1. Now you see your 2 corners are here already. You have formed 2 corners. You'd agree with me that these are formed 2 corners. So your next, go in with another double crochet, another 3 double crochet, chain 1, chain 1, and now in this other chain space, you want to go in with your 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet to have your 3rd corner. Your triangle has 3 corners, so you're working on your 3rd. You should be working on your 3rd corner at this point. Chain 1. Don't forget to always chain 1 at the end of your work. Then go in here with three double crochet, chain 1, and now you want to slip stitch right at the beginning of your chain 3, and that should be it for your round 3. And at this point, you should notice that your triangle is formed. At this point, your triangle is formed, so you have 3 corners separated by 2 double crochet, 2 different sets of double crochet. So now your corner is formed. You want to chain 1, cut your yarn, and change your color. Pull that out and then change your color. In changing your color, you start from the chain space before your cutout yarn. And also, to begin, you must first slip stitch, then insert your hook before your excess yarn that you just cut out. Insert your hook there, tighten up, fasten up your slip stitch. Now you want to chain 3. Now from this round, it begins to be repetitive. So put in 2 double crochet because this chain 3 counts as a stitch. So put in just 2 double crochet here at your beginning stage. Chain 1, don't forget to chain 1. Then in the next chain space, going with 3 double crochet, chain 1, don't forget to chain 1, and work with your excess yarn as you go along. Chain 1, don't always forget to chain 1. Now when you get to your corner, you do the same thing. After chaining 1, go into your corner with 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and another 3 double crochet, and another 3 double crochet. So now that retains the form of your corner. You see, retains the form of your corner. After that, you want to chain 1 and go in with 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 1, then 3 double crochet in every space that requires 3 double crochet. But when you get to your corner, you go in with 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. I'll meet you when I'm at this point. I've now gotten to the point where I have just 1 stitch left, just 1 chain space left. So I go in with after my corner, I must chain 1. Then on my last chain space, I go in with 3 double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, then a slip stitch right on my chain 3. I chain 1. Now at this point, you would notice that you have a triangle. A triangle has formed. A triangle has formed. So we are going to continue that. Cut your yarn. Change your color. You change your color by slip stitch on your hook. Then always start from the space before this excess yarn. So always go into this space, work your slip stitch, fasten it. At this point it is a repetitive row, so if you're not changing colors, then just continue. But if you're changing colors, you must cut your yarn, chain 3. This counts as a stitch, so just put only 2 double crochet. Don't forget to chain 1. Work with your excess yarns as you go along, carry them along. Another 3 double crochet, chain 1 here. Double crochet, chain 1, chain 1, another 3 double crochet, and a corner which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. So you can continue that and make it as big as you want, however big, whatever the bust size is, you could make it. Just continue with this step, with this row 4 step, and you can make it into whatever size you want it to be. But don't always forget to chain 1, and at the corner 3, chain 2, 3, chain 2, and 3, all in the same space to form your corner. And I'll meet you when I'm about to switch my colors again. So this is the size I'm going for. I'm going to do this until I get my required size, and I'll show you how I'm going to join my bikini together. Okay, I have gotten to the point where I have 2 identical bra cups. So what do I want to do? I need to attach them at this corner. So I go in with, I grab my darning needle and sew it. Some people prefer to go in with a single crochet, but this is how I prefer to do my own, because I can sew it up to this point. So I go in through this chain space, this stitch here. I attach it right here in the middle of this second one. I do the same thing on the other side. I'm picking just a singular strand. That means I'm going into the top part here and then into this second top part. So I can sew it You see what it gives? It gives an invisible stitch. So continue like that until you have your perfect coverage. Some people would not rather have a lot of cleavage showing out, so you can sew it like this until you feel comfortable enough with the coverage it's giving. This is an invisible sewing pattern, so it wouldn't even look like you had sewn it. It doesn't look tacky at all. It just looks perfect. So I'm going to be covering up this cleavage point. I'm going to cover this cleavage point up to here. Yeah. And I think that should be enough coverage. All right, so this is my last stitch I'm going to be sewing. I've joined my rack ups with the invisible stitch. At this point, I can cut this off, tie it up nice and tight, and trust me, this will never come undone. Tie this up nice and tight, cut this, tie it up also nice and tight. And when you're done with your work, when you're done with your piece, you will hide all your excess yarns. But look at this invisible joining stitch. So at this point, our back up is all joined. And we can go on ahead and do the straps. We can make our straps now. You can see the back up is neatly joined, and your bra is already almost ready until we have our strap. So the pattern of strap I'm using for this bikini top is a very sturdy strap. It wouldn't hurt your back like some tiny straps tend to do. So chain 3, go into the same space with a double crochet. Chain 3, go into this with a double crochet. Chain 3. You see the sturdy look it gives. It's not just a tiny chain like this, but it's more sturdy. So go into this space, and you can chain as long as you want. Now for this pattern, I'm going to be chaining enough chains to make a cross behind. And to tie at the back. If possible, wrap around the waist as well, if you get what I mean. That means enough chains to come back and make a cross behind. So just continue like this until you have long chains, pretty super long chains. On both ends, on this end and on this end. All right guys, so this is what we have. These are our chains, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So when you're going to wear it, first of all, you turn your work behind and hide all your stitches. You can use your You can use your darning needle to sew all these in. Tie them up so that they don't loosen. Tie them up, cut them, and your bra cup should be steady. So I'll show you what it looks like. But this is our final result, and these are our straps. It's a long strap, and this is the final result.